Hello, boys and girls. Tony P coming at you from La Casa de Perla, the basement. The queen is upstairs. Things have been a little hectic around the old hacienda. You know, that's the way life is. And I'm here to bring out a vinyl tag for 2023. This is Rob Walker, our good friend from Manchester, the mayor of Manchester, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, the dude that knows all there is to know about the stuff there is to all know about. And I'm sure you've been watching some vinyl tags. So here's my rendition. I hope that light's not too bright behind me, but I'm doing this standing up because there's a lot of stuff that I have to move around. So there you have it. So let's start this puppy off. He has 20 questions, Rob Walker does, and I'm going to do my best to answer them. But as it goes, it's my channel and I'll do what I want. This first question, favorite new release of 2022? Well, this came out at the end of 21, and I didn't buy it until later. And I've seen a lot of people show this. This is Alison Krauss and Robert Plant, Raise the Roof, double album, great album. If you get a chance to find it somewhere, you know, it was an exclusive there. So, limited edition. I want to say this, I got this from Target. It's a great album, Robert Plant, Alison Krauss. They work so well together. Great voices together. So, that's my first one, 2021, but it's like in November, December, and I'm sliding it in there because it's, you know that I'm a thrifter. I don't usually get new albums, so there. Second one, last band or solo artist you saw live. Now, I want you to know that I'm older than dirt. Okay? That's old. I'm so old, me and Washington knew each other. We went to high school together. Okay. But the last time I saw this guy was 1985. And he was the last show I went to see, Neil Diamond. He's actually the Queen's, one of the Queen's favorites. She loves the Guess Who, but she likes Neil Diamond too. This, of course, is her favorite album there that she uses. You can see on the back of them, Cherry Cherry, Oh No No. New Orleans, Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. Okay, so Neil Diamond, 1985. And I had to ask my wife, I said, how do you remember it was 1985? She says, we were pregnant with our second son. Woo! All right. Neil Diamond. Their first album was the best. Bad Company. Okay. Now, I know you think along the lines you have Linda Ronstadt and me, and Linda Ronstadt, you know, she's coming. She's coming along, but I like Bad Company too. This is great. You can't get enough. Rock Steady, Ready for Love, Don't Let Me Down, Bad Company, The Way I Choose, Moving On, Seagull, Paul Rogers, Mick Ralphs on guitar, Boz Burrell on bass, Simon Kirke on drums. Beautiful. Still sounds great. Still sounds great. Bad Company, the first album. Hat Trick. Show the vinyl CD cassette of an album of a star. Here she comes. Okay? I'm over here. I'm still here. Don't go away. Linda Ronstadt. What's New? This is when she was with the Nelson Riddle Orchestra. And I'll show you the cassette inside. Here's the flips. Oh, that's the cassette in case you didn't think it was in there. Better check, see if it is. Cassette. CD. And of course, the trifecta, the album. Really, really excellent album. Arranged well, played well, sang well. You can't get anything nicer than Linda Ronstadt singing some torch songs, huh? Oh, Mercyhurst. Let me stop and just reflect. Okay, as we move. An album that starts and ends, an album title that starts and ends with the same letter. Okay, I took the easy way out. Okay, it was easy. Okay. Asia. I played this a couple days ago, and then I realized that's what it was. But still a great album. Heat of the Moment. You guys remember this one. Great song. Great album. Born the same year as you. Now, if you were born the same year as me, then you're 70. So, you know, older than dirt, as I said. I'm so old that I'm the only kid in 8th grade with canvas spats. Or poor. That was a bad joke. I don't even know what that means. Okay, anyway. Same person, born the same year as you, Nicolette Larson. Now, I show her because she was a good friend of Linda Ronstadt, passed away too early in her prime. This was probably one of her best albums, Radioland. Good album if you get a chance. You know, of course, you know, Dollar Bin. Unfortunately, that's where you'll find her. But if you stumble across it and the vinyl's in good shape, as this one is, you know, again, great friend of Linda Ronstadt. As a matter of fact, if you have Neil Young's Stars and Bars, American Stars and Bars, if you look on the back of that, it says backup by, I want to say Silver Bullets. That's Nicolette Larson and Linda Ronstadt. So, just thought I'd toss that out to you. Nicolette Larson, 1952. If you want to know how old I am. Most listened to album in 2022. That's hard because I try to listen to as much as I possibly can here. But one of the ones I found, one of the grails that I found was the live adventures of Mike Bloomfield and Al Kooper. This is an original. I found this at Used Books and Records in Monroeville. I think I was with Greg, 3 Dimensions of Music. We found this together. Excellent. And I'll cover up the name because the person still has their name on the back of this, whoever owned it before. If you like Al Kooper with that B3 Hammond organ and Mike Bloomfield, you need to get this double album. This was recorded at a couple different venues. September 26, 27, 28, and 1968. I think Carlos Santana is on this. I think Alvin Bishop is also on this. So if you find it, good stuff. Good stuff. Most listened to artist. I have to say that I don't have a lot of their stuff. Maybe, so this is when I play the most too. So I guess this is even like a, you know, I don't want to go Linda Ronstadt all the time. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say Guess Who because the Queen plays the Guess Who more than anybody. And Dire Straits, if you ever have one album to get from a band, and I know, okay, it's digital. Well, you know, that doesn't matter. It still plays well. A double album. You just, what can you say about Knopfler and his guitar? Beautiful, especially that one. Beautiful. Haunting. The music is haunting. Australian band. Now this was a little bit of VCLT. This came from Sean, that Now Spinning TV in Australia. This is a band from Australia called Cold Chisel, and I guess they are the band's band in Australia. They are excellent. They are a rock band. If you get a chance, I don't know if you can find anything from Cold Chisel. This is called All For You. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sounding. The guys rock. The guys really rock. Cold Chisel, Australia. Surprising purchase of 2022, none. You know, the music I hunt for is always the music I always wanted when I was younger that I couldn't afford. So I know what it sounds like, so those are the things I buy. I very rarely pick something up and say, look how this sounds, it's so wonderful. I'm sorry. I know. I'm an old crusty guy that likes old crusty music. I'm sorry. Artist and band you're complete on. Who do you think? Linda Ronstadt. Now, I have all her studio albums. The Forensic, I do not have. I'm on eBay doing some things now, trying to get one of her albums. Canciones de mi Padre, I do have it. It's on CD though, like I have the other ones. I don't have her last CD that was in 2014, I believe. But her studio albums, I'm complete on. Linda Ronstadt. So if you want to look back at that one album, that's who I am. That's who I'm complete with. Great 3-album run. You can't do that kind of tag without mentioning these guys. And you know, I'm sure that you have them and you like them too. The Beatles. I mean, holy smokes. How can you not like the Beatles? Rubber Soul, Revolver, and of course, Sgt. Pepper's. That was given to me as a picture disc. My son gave that to me a long time ago when I started all this Rick and Burl. So, those. You can't deny the Beatles. You really can't. All right, that was question 12. Let's go on to 13. 80 soundtrack. Flash Gordon, Queen. Flash Gordon, Queen. 1980, I want to say. Yeah. I must admit, I don't play that often. I have it, and it was on a whim. Maybe that should be a disappointing purchase, huh? It's not bad, though. I'm not disappointed. I knew it was going to be a soundtrack. The movie was... Well, let's go on to the next question. We lost them in 2022. And I'm going to hold up this. It's my box set from Woodstock. It came out last year, year before last. My kids got for me. And the reason why I bring that one up, Mike Lang. Mike Lang, who was he was the co-founder, I think, of Woodstock, the organizer, the guy who got people together for that show that would go down in rock history. You know, I know you wanted to throw an artist in there, but I think he's just as important to music. The guy who organized Woodstock. Think of the bands that came out of Woodstock, just to name a few. Okay, you had The Who, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Jefferson Airplane, Grateful Dead, Joan Baez, Sly and the Family Stone, The Band, Jimi Hendrix, just to name a few. Sha-Na Na, how about them? You know, Janis Joplin. Geez, all that in one venue, free. Okay. So Mike Lang, co-founder and organizer of Woodstock Music and Art Festival in Bethel, New York, from the 15th to 18th of August, 1969. So, him. Let's see what else. Disappointing purchase. I really don't have a disappointing purchase. Like I said, I know what I'm getting. I don't hate this album, so don't get me wrong, and don't make voodoo dolls of me. And it's Rage Against the Machine. I have it here. Oh, I think I have it right here. It's not a bad album. It's not my cup of tea. It really isn't. I see people posting up there, they liked it. And I know I'm a prude. Okay, I'm an old guy. And too many F-bombs for me. You know, I can handle an F-bomb here and there. I'm sorry. I mean, I like the music. Don't get me wrong. I like the music. I don't mind protests. I'm a guy of the 60s. You know, I'm sorry. Okay, show a non-vinyl purchase. This is called Shake It Up. It is the American writing on rock and pulp from Elvis to Jay-Z. a young lady who has a channel on the VC. I don't know if you're familiar with her. Her name is Abigail DeVoe. Abigail DeVoe? Yes, I want to say that. Great channel. A spirit of the 60s. Check her channel out. I'll try to put a link down with everybody else I'm going to put in down here in a minute. So if you can, watch her channel. Fantastic channel. It's a great read. It's an anthology of writings about rock stars, and you'll just be amazed about some of the people it covers. Janis Joplin to Bob Dylan to the Ramones to Elvis to Jay-Z. Lester Bangs is even in here from the Rolling Stone. Okay, so that book on vinyl purchase. You found a grail, yes, and I've been putting this off because I found it in a couple places, and then it came up on one of my feeds. It's Closer to Home by Grand Funk Railroad. Now, you know, it's not a monumental album, but it's because I had it a long time ago, and I had a party at my house, and somebody who I thought was a friend asked me for it, and I said, well, I won't give you that one, but I had 2 copies of Grand Funk Live. I'll give you one of those. And he said, oh, I really like to have the Closer to Home. And I said, nah, here, you can have this one. When the party was over, all said and done, he took both albums. He took Closer to Home and the other live version. No longer a friend. Well, we'll drop it at that. Space-themed album sleeve or song. This one also has a story. You notice this does not have a cover, album cover. It's just the record itself. And you know, I'm always a thrifter. And sometimes when you go thrifting, if you don't look closely in the album, sometimes you get a surprise. Sometimes you get what you thought you were going to have, and sometimes you get something else. So one of them was 2001 Space Odyssey. So I'm sure you know what that's all about. Hal, open the pod bay door, Hal. Hal. So there's a space theme one. I don't have an album, it's a song. Here, let's see if I can find a good song. Let's see, a Requiem for a Soprano, mezzo soprano. Okay. Or how about the ballet suite? Okay. Those all sound like space songs. Okay. Anywho, moving right along. Show some VCLT or a present. I am not going to do that because to name one would slight others. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a quick list of people who sent me VCLT, and I hope I haven't missed anybody. If you have, let me know, and I will do something. Josh from the Flipside Vinyl community with JC. Stoner's Stash Box. Stoner, great guy, Pennsylvania kid. Dan at Old Goats Vinyl. Tremendous guy. One time he sent me VCLT, and I asked him, why did you send it? He said, because he could. Great guy. Shadow Man from Canada. Art, North Carolina Vinyl Picker. Gary at Physical Format Rock and Roll. Greg, 3 Dimensions of Music. He was with me when I got the Al Cooper and Mike Bloomfield album. Great guy. Check his channel out. George, LPs and CDs. He hasn't been around for a while. He's taken sort of a leave of absence, but his channel's still up there. Go see him, check him out. Rachel's Ghost. She used to be Rachel the Music Man. She sent me some VCLT. Jeff Witcher, who does a tremendous job with the deep dives, which I'm going to try to get back into also. Sean from Australia, now Spinning TV. Thomas Pelham sent me a whole bunch of stuff, CDs with Eva Cassidy, which is another artist you should look into, who has since passed on too. Progat Edward, a man from Texas, another Steeler lover. The guy who probably sent me my first VCLT was Mike, Guitar Player 7, who has since left the VC he's doing other things, and I wish he'd get back into the swing of things. So, I think I hit everybody. Sean, I got Sean, North Carolina. Stoner Stash Box. Old Goats Vinyl, Art at North Carolina Picker. I hope I got him too. Did I get Art, North Carolina Vinyl Picker? He sent me a couple Linda Ronstadt stuff. I can't forget him. Okay, George LCP. So I got them. Show an album. This is number 20. Show an album that was released in 1973. And this album is fantastic. If you can find this, get it. Joe Walsh. Whoops. The smoker you drink, the player you get. And it is a great, whoops. Oh, look at the hair. Look at Joe Walsh up there. Dudes, huh? So that's my vinyl tag, 2023. Did it standing up. Now my back hurts because I'm a fat old guy. But God bless you. May the force be with you. May all your records be flat. May your stylus run true. The Queen and I from the Hacienda La Casa de Perla, Perlahausen, wish you all the best for a great 2023. I will return. God bless you. Bye-bye.